Welcome to the Uncle Yao IT Talk. Today, I'm going to share with you on the technology called Kubernetes in an overly simplified way, which everyone can understand regardless you are technically inclined or not, using these boxes. And before that, let's go to a short demo on a key concept that you need to know. It is called a virtual machine.
This is my laptop and I'm running multiple virtual machines inside the same machine. So on the right hand side, I'm running Ubuntu, left it is Windows 95 and XP in the center, and all of them are sharing the same hardware and RAM. And the good thing about VM is, if one of them go down, it shouldn't interfere with another. So the good thing it is all isolated from one another, and you can install different app on different OS. So let's take a look at the size of the virtual machine. It is already taking up 8 GB of space, even without installing any applications inside. Next, I would like to introduce you to a company called Docker. They are an open source company that created a industry standard of a smaller version of virtual machine called a container. Inside this container, there is almost nothing inside except for a very small, stripped down, compressed version of a Linux operation system. There is no graphical interface, no extra stuff inside, just a plain vanilla, very small operation system inside. And it is only 5 MB in size.
So 20 years ago, when the virtual machine concept come out, it is actually very hot. So I don't need to buy many computers. Instead, I just buy one big one and just create a lot of virtual machine inside this box. Then I can run a lot of application, save hardware costs, right? But the thing is, inside each of the virtual machine, I'll take this big box as a virtual machine. Each of them will need to have a operation system. I'll take this box as the operation system to be running inside as the base layer for your app to run, right? You need to install your Microsoft Office onto Windows, right? Otherwise, how do you run the application? So after it takes up space, so each of the virtual machine, we will need to have one operation system inside, which actually is overhead. So there is a new type of technology called container. So this actually just contains the applications you need to run. Now you know the difference between a virtual machine and a container. A container is just a smaller version of the virtual machine. There's a lot of technical difference, but this is all you need to know. Container can be very small size. So compared to a virtual machine, it can be almost 10 times smaller. That is actually a lot of difference. Imagine you can run 10 times more application on the same server hardware that you have. So what is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is just a place, organized place for you to store and manage all these different containers. So I'll go a bit more technical about the benefit of using Kubernetes. So imagine this is a small application that I'm running, right? Then one day, a lot of people want to use this box. Then this box is like, borrow here and there. Then it's like, then a lot of people cannot access this box, the resources, the app. So Kubernetes will be smart enough if you configure it properly. So automatically it will clone out once the similar container with similar content inside, so that more people can access this resource. And as the less people use it, then it's automatically make this container disappear. The second and the most important benefit of using Kubernetes is self-recovery. So if this box happen to be like spoiled or the cover is missing, then it's like, then the shelf actually will know intelligently, there's something wrong with this container. Can I go and restart it? So instead of human intervention, to restart this container and provide service to the end users, then Kubernetes help you to do the job. So this is to reduce downtime and increase in reliability. Therefore, a lot of companies are moving the virtual machine into the container format. But not everything is suitable to be moved over into a container. So you need to check inside what you currently have and whether you can squeeze inside this small box. So not every kind of application is suitable. And you need to, if you have a big item storing inside, you need to break it apart before you can go inside. Right? If the item is already in small pieces like this, good. So the web application is an example. It's a small application that can be easily ported into the container. But what happens if you have some really big items? For example, here's a baby toy. It's like definitely it cannot fit, right? So these are the bigger applications that is like very difficult to break apart, or it's almost impossible to break apart. So this application ideally should still host in a legacy virtual machine. So if Kubernetes is so good, is it really suitable for you in your enterprise? That depends. If you have many boxes, more than like 20 or 30 of them, you can consider. But you just have a few, like 4 or 5. It's very still manageable without a shelf, right? So it's nice to have one, but the rest of the shelf are empty based on space, right? There is an initial investment that you need to make the shelf to deploy Kubernetes. But after that, definitely you see the way you organize and manage stuff, they will lead to a savings and manageability of your different applications. So thank you very much for watching the Uncle Yao IT show. I'll see you next time.